Alright, so this is the Iron Dragon expansion for the Great Wall. And this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and we're just going to really take a brief look at this because it's a mini expansion for the Great Wall. Now the miniature cannon here is just phenomenal. I love this cannon. This is really cool. And there's a lot of detail to this little cannon here. And that's going to look amazing printed. Now you're going to get this little board here. And you're also, you could put your clerics on there, you can see. And you're also going to get 6 cards here. One of them is going to show the setup, and these other ones here are for the dragon cannon itself. Now, setup is you're going to just place the Iron Dragon deck below the board. So I'm going to go ahead and place all this stuff below the board. And beginning of every spring, reveal the top card of the deck. So I would reveal the top card of the deck here. Sorry, reveal the top card of the deck here. And this is where it's going to fire. The card shows the targets of the Iron Dragon for the current year. If there are no more cards to reveal, reshuffle the deck and flip a new card. The card acts as a location with 3 clerk spots. So 3 clerk spots, a 4th for the 4-player. The Iron Dragon is a unique location. Players cannot move their clerks to the location using the normal rules. Instead, each time a player moves any number of clerks, they may pay a chi to move 1 additional clerk from their pool and put it in this location. When the Iron Dragon is activated, any of the current targeted, any of the units that are current targeted here is immediately defeated, scoring any of the honor and following the normal rules for defeating a horde card there. So then each player with a cleric in the Iron Dragon location will gain 2 honor. So it's pretty simple on how that works. I just read that right off the rule set here. But basically, whenever you're placing out your clerics, you could you can pay 1 chi to put 1 over here. And if you do, and there's people here and this space fires off, that would be the normal firing rules. It has to be full, so that has to be 3 here. And if 4 for a 4-player game, and if that happens, it's going to blow up the horde card that's in this location. And next round in spring, this will flip. This is really going to get the ones that are at the farthest edge, I think. Yeah, this one's pretty close, I think. Yeah, at the most, it's going to be, yeah, just these 2 that can get ones in the second row. So this is a really nice way of trying to prevent from being overrun and gain a couple extra honor in the process. That's it. That's all this little mini expansion really does. It sometimes becomes a big deal depending on how many people are paying attention to the wall. But if you have several players paying attention to the wall, this piece largely becomes unused because the horde doesn't always fill up to those locations. So this becomes a piece no one really will use. So that's something to keep in mind. For games where players don't pay as much attention to the horde, or some of the expansions make the horde much more difficult, this expansion, mini expansion, is really helpful. This expansion I would probably only recommend if you have the rest of the expansions for the Great Wall and you play with them, especially ones that make the horde more difficult, or when you're playing against Genghis Khan. Those are places where you may want to put this little expansion in. But other than that, it would be an expansion I would skip unless you play with the one of those things, Genghis Khan, or one of the bigger expansions that make the horde much more difficult to kill. But that's my thoughts on this little Iron Dragon expansion for the Great Wall. Thank you for watching.